Oh, we are?
Yeah, it's already
Hi,
live.
everybody.
Just usually takes about a minute for people to start hopping on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me fix
So-
myself up.
All right, so figure stuff out. Yeah, you look great though. All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. We are here live in Icon Park here in Orlando, and we're going to be doing a Q&A with Nique Leone. She's the one that went viral recently across all platforms. She had like 50 million views, and a lot of you wanted to hear more from her. So we're going to give you guys the opportunity to ask questions in real time. If you want your question prioritized, make sure you drop a super chat. All right, guys, I'm going to split the money with her. So whatever you donate to me, we're going to split it 50-50 on the back end. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, cool. Let's just wait a minute for more to join, and then we're going to hop on. We're going to get this started.
Yeah. So we're at the beautiful Icon Park in Orlando. It's awesome.
That's
love
right.
it.
That's right. I think I'm going to be a fuckboy and wear the sunglasses.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
want mine?
No, you know, let me see yours.
Mine are dope.
Yeah, but yours are probably super expensive.
No, they're not. They're from Temu.
Oh, they're Temu? So
Yeah.
are mine.
There you go.
Oh, shit. What up, guys?
Hey.
Hey. Greetings from Detroit. Hey, Adam.
Hello.
What's up, guys? Adam, what's good? What's up, John Majewski? So these are a lot of the regulars that come into the room.
Hello. Hello.
All right, we got 62 people, so I guess we're gonna get started.
What's up?
All right. All right, guys, so a lot of you submitted some questions, which we're going to answer today live for you from Icon Park. And her name is Nique Leone. How do you spell that?
It's NIQUELEONE.
Awesome. All right, guys, so we're gonna go over some questions. I had to memorize them because we're live right now. So one of the first questions we had, we're gonna start similar, right? And then we're gonna build up. Are you a dog or a cat person?
I'm more of a dog person. Cats, they're too sneaky for me a little bit.
Yep.
And dogs is like having a little baby, so I like dogs.
And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, as you guys know, Cloud is pregnant, and she's very high on the list to get one of the puppies.
Yes.
So
I can't wait.
when Cloud gives birth, she might get one of the puppies, which is awesome. Squidman says she's a beautiful woman.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
There you go, there you go. So another question that my audience asked was, how did you become a Trump supporter when most women
In my demographic.
in your demographic are Democrats? What
Yeah.
was it that kind of woke you up?
So, the first thing that woke me up was when Trump won. It just showed how much the media lies to us. I just knew that Trump was not going to win. I knew that Hillary Clinton was going to be the president. And when the total opposite happened, it made me dig a little bit deeper into the media and how much they lied to us. And I realized that Trump couldn't have won without a little bit of the black vote. You know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
I looked into black Trump supporters, and immediately, you know, I was moved. I was touched by their testimonies of actually attending the rallies, because the Trump rallies at that time, it was demonized for black people especially. You know, they made it seem like we were gonna get lynched if we if we go to a Trump rally, and we're gonna get jumped, and you know, they hate us, they're gonna, you know, and it was totally, you know, it was the total opposite. So and the caliber of the black vote that Trump was getting were people who were professionals, people who, you know, truly cared about the country, real patriots, you know, and their argument for Trump seemed very valid, and it just made sense. So and it made me dig a little bit more, you know, deep into who Trump really was as far as, you know, the presidency. But yeah, it was the media that made me change my mind about Trump. for sure.
So guys, you hear that? Media puts so much effort into lying about Trump and making you hate him. It's backfiring on all Americans. People are seeing through the bullshit. And the way I like to say it is Operation Mockingbird is no longer working.
Right.
So thank you for waking up. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Now, you were a Democrat before.
Yeah, I was a hardcore Democrat. My mom, rest her soul, she was a Democrat through and through. But my dad was always like independent. He was more conservative because he was, you know, an entrepreneur, a pastor, a preacher. So, and most Black people have conservative values. I mean, we are usually conservative. So I remember my dad voting for Bush back in the day, but both my parents voted for Obama. My first vote was for Obama. But yeah, I was a staunch like Democrat. I was a liberal. I was so brainwashed by the media that, you know, I used to march in the BLM marches.
It's crazy.
I even celebrated. I don't know if you guys remember. One year there was like a mass shooting of police officers. It was like 5 police officers that was shot in Dallas. And I just want to be transparent. Like, I was so filled with hate. Like, my heart was so filled with hate that when those police officers got shot, I celebrated. I celebrated. And now that I know what I know now, I get very emotional when I think about how my heart was back then. Because that's not, you know, the love of God, the love of Christ. It's just, to me, it was just always a contradiction. It was just always a contradiction, being a Christian and then voting Democrat. Like, it just never made sense to me once I woke up. You know what I mean? I can't imagine being on the side of where babies can be killed. I can't imagine being on the side of, you know, immorality and the mutilation of the human body.
Yep.
I just can't imagine being on that side and being a Christian. It just doesn't make no sense. So, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I forgot the question, but hopefully I answered.
So I was going to ask you, do you think a Christian or Catholic that adheres to the Bible can be pro-choice?
No, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's about life over here. You know, God is about life. You know, I'm not a theologian, but I know that the Bible says, "Thou shalt not kill."
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And at the time of conception, that is the life. It really is. And I had to really take that in and consider it. And it's a contradiction to believe in Jesus, to believe in God, and vote for the complete opposite when it comes down to values and morals, you know?
So another question that you guys asked us about in the comments was, what is her opinions on equality versus equity of outcome? So if you could talk about that a little bit.
So I'm for equality, obviously. I believe that everyone should have the same opportunity. But as far as equity, I'm not for that. I don't think that everyone deserves the same outcome. So whatever work you put in, that's why capitalism is such a beautiful thing, because whatever work you put in, whatever ideas that you have, if you're able to supply a demand and do it with the best quality, you know, whatever the case may be, then you deserve to have a good outcome. But if you are lazy, if you bring no value, if you are just like a pathetic loser,
that's right.
Like, you expect to get the same outcome as someone who actually puts in the work, it doesn't make any sense. That's why I'm not into the DIE or DEI or whatever.
Yeah, DEI.
I'm not into that, because it's like, I don't, as a black woman, I don't want to have or get a position based off of my color. Like, I want to know that I got the position because I was the best at it. Out of all the applicants, no matter what color, I don't even think color, race should be on the application, period. I think your name, your social security number, and your qualifications should be on the application, and that's it.
Well
I
said.
don't, as far as gender, race, none of that should be on your application.
What about sexuality?
What do you mean?
Like who you're attracted to, whether or not you sleep with men or women. Do you think that should be on the application?
No, none of that.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter who you.
Exactly.
What does that have to do with flying the plane?
Exactly.
What does that have to?
You know, that's on applications now.
What does that have to do with flying a damn plane?
In places like New York, they'll actually ask in applications like, "What is your sexuality?" And they take that into account.
So to me, that's a violation of my privacy. Number one. Number two, it has. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Who I sleep with and what I'm attracted to? What does that have to do with anything? All they're trying to do is create an echo chamber.
That's right.
And make sure that they have like-minded people, but with different color skin. That's all.
Yep.
That's all they're trying to do. They don't care about diversity of the mind.
Well said.
I don't like that.
Beautifully said. So guys, if you have any questions that you want us to prioritize, you're gonna have to drop a super chat because there's a lot of comments coming in. I'm gonna split the super chats with her 50-50. So if you want your question prioritized, you're gonna have to do it in a super chat. Now, for a more lighthearted question,
Okay.
there's been this big trend on Instagram or X about would a woman rather choose a bear or a man? I don't get it. But if you could answer, would you rather choose a bear or a man in the woods and why?
Yeah, I remember this question, and obviously I'm not an idiot. I'm gonna choose a man, even if it is Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't care. I have a better chance with Jeffrey Dahmer than a damn bear. Okay. First of all, I'm a woman who carries. I love pew-pews. I love pew-pews. So that's the great equalizer. I love it. And so I feel like I would have a better chance with a man. Like, I don't understand I understand there are men out here who are freaking crazy, like Diddy, and like who are predators. But most men, and I will say I'm a woman who has a father, like, and my father has always been active in my life. I have a brother who's very protective of me, cousins, uncles. Like, I have people men who are very protective. And so I never really had to deal with any type of physical violation, but I do know that there are women out there who have been violated. And I think that it is time for men to, step up and be more, more masculine and call out those who are, predators, like Diddy, like what's happening to Diddy right now.
That's crazy.
I think it's great that he's being called out and taken down. But this question is another way to demonize men in general, and I just feel like I would be safer with a man than a bear.
Yeah, exactly.
In the woods.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, she's right. I mean, the entire goal of the left is to demonize and to make us less masculine than we are. And I think that whole bear versus man question was an opportunity to give these leftist women a reason to vent against men. That's my opinion. How do you think that we get more black women specifically to consider voting Republican in the next election?
I am seeing a change. I'm seeing way more black women who are using their noggin in a positive way, in a way that's more constructive. First of all, I'm actually kind of glad that this happened to our country, because it is waking up a lot more people than you realize. Everyone's suffering right now.
Yeah.
The gas prices, the you know, inflation, going to the grocery store can give you a heart attack, literally. So it's like everyone's waking up and they're looking at who's in charge right now, and they are realizing that life was just better when Trump was in office, and that's just the truth. You don't have to be a political expert. You don't have to be, you know, a political scientist or whatever the case may be, a rocket scientist, to see with your own two eyes that life, the economy, everything, our country was safer. Everything was just better under Trump's administration compared to this administration. There's no question. I don't understand people who don't get it already. I don't. But I am seeing a lot more black women. Obviously, black men are waking up. Okay, there's a lot more. It's almost like you're a loser. You're a dusty if you are a Democrat and you're a black man. You're considered a dusty. Like, you're not even cute. You're not attractive. Like, nobody's gonna give you their number if you vote for Biden. I'm sorry. That's so
Well
like,
said.
that means like you're not even a real man.
Well said. Hey guys, do me a favor. Can you block Bend Over? This guy is spamming the comment section, and we don't need spam here on this channel. We don't need any spam down here. Someone said you got me waking up.
Good.
Yeah, we're waking people up. And by the way, guys, I want to be clear. This is one of the greatest threats to the Democrats, is a Mexican immigrant and a black woman that supports Donald Trump. This is what they hate to see, just so you guys know. And we're doing this for you guys, for this country, and for Donald J. Trump. So, with the next election coming up, on a personal level, what is the biggest issue to you that you're voting for?
Okay, on a personal level, because contrary to popular belief, I'm pro-American, but I am a black woman, and I'm proud to be black, and I'm all about the black community. So immigration and the border security is very important to me, because I'm seeing how it's affecting the black community first. I mean, when I look at what's happening in Chicago, and I watch the actual, you know, city council meetings in Chicago, and I see the black and brown faces that the liberals love to mention all the time, black and brown, but yet they're ignoring the black and brown faces that actually pay their taxes here in this country. They're ignoring them. And, you know, I think that, you know, the border being secure is very important to our safety. You know, like I say, I'm a mother. I you know, worry all the time when it comes down to the future of my child. I don't mind getting in the trenches myself and fighting myself for, you know, to make sure that my child has a better future. I don't mind that. But we need to wake up now, and so that our children's children can thrive and be safe and successful in this country. So making sure the border is secure. We're vetting people who come in here. They're coming here based off of merit. They're coming here legally with their documents and everything. We know who they are. I think that's very important. Then also the economy, you know, of course, you know, Trump, like I said, I'm not a political expert, but one thing I do know is that the economy was way better under Trump. I know that he was sanctioning a whole bunch of people, and then he was making things happen here in the country and cutting off, and nobody was taking advantage of us when he was in office. Okay?
Well said.
That's it. That's all. So the economy and the border are the two of the most important issues to me.
And guys, keep in mind that our open border is the cause of a lot of our problems. Homelessness, crime, inflation, because we're using taxpayers' dollars to take care of these people, which is just, it's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Joe Biden needs to be impeached. I got another question for you I just thought of. So in our comment section right now, there are a lot of perverts. that are asking about you having an OnlyFans, which I know you don't have.
No.
But my question is, what are your thoughts about so many young women today in America that have OnlyFans and are doing, you know, porn, nude photos? Like, what are your thoughts about that industry?
I mean, I feel like it's just a sign of the times that we're in. You have a lot of weak men who are willing to pay top dollar just to, you don't even have to do porn on OnlyFans.
Right.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't have an OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans. But if I did, I wouldn't even do porn or anything. Like, there's so many weak men. What's the name of the men that's
betas, cucks,
not betas,
soy boys?
No,
feminine men, not real men. Not a real man.
No.
See, guys, this is a real man, and this is a real woman.
They're called like
simps.
Simps, yeah.
There you go, simps.
It's a lot of simps out there, and so we live in a capitalist country. Women are realizing how simple a lot of men are out there, and so they're taking advantage of it. But do I demonize it? I mean, I'm a mother. I wouldn't want to display myself in a way that's like not a good, you know, example. But shoot, if you want to be a simp, then simp on.
That's right. So it is Memorial Day weekend, and I just want to take a moment to say thank you to all the men and women that have served this country and sacrificed a lot. It means a lot to us. Those are real men and women. They've done way more than I have. I don't have the courage to ever fight in a war, so thank you to everyone who's lost their lives on behalf of this country. But 4 years ago today, I believe, was the day George Floyd was killed.
Okay.
I believe today is the 4-year anniversary. What are your thoughts on the whole Black Lives Matter movement?
It was a scam. George Floyd, I don't know why they made him a martyr. Like, he was a drug addict. He robbed a pregnant woman.
Yep. Held the gun to her stomach.
He's nobody's hero. He's not mine. My daughter knows who he really is. So, you know, he's not her hero. He's just a man that made poor choices, and he gobbled down a lot of drugs, and they, you know, suppressed that information in court, and now you have, you know, and I don't agree with the way things were handled. I think that he should have received medical attention. Being that he did gobble down all those drugs, he should have received medical attention. But I think that the officer who, you know, kneeled on his neck or back or whatever, I think that he should have, you know, taken the time to see what was really wrong with the guy. But kneeling down on somebody like that is not gonna kill anybody. I'm sorry.
And the autopsy report actually justifies what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's not gonna kill nobody. He died because of an overdose, and that's on record. You can, you know, look it up.
That's what the autopsy said, guys.
Yeah.
So the autopsy said.
BLM as a whole, like I said, I marched in a BLM march before, and the whole time, like, even back then when I was a liberal, nothing made sense to me, and I think that's why I was so angry back then, because nothing made sense. Because I'm marching in this BLM march, and we get to the end of the march, and I'm like, okay, so now what? Now what?
Yeah, exactly.
And who get the money?
Who's
getting the money? Like,
yeah.
Exactly. So, and when you realize that BLM was not the actual organization, like the actual BLM organization was started by a black man for black men, the way it should have been. But the corporation was started by it was funded by George Soros and funded by 3 lesbian Marxists.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and in their in their memorandum or whatever it's called, what is it called? Mission statement. In their mission statement, it mentioned nothing about the black man plight. And on top of that, they were basically saying that they want to dismantle the family unit.
Yep, the nuclear family.
The nuclear family. Yeah. So that goes totally against my values. It goes totally against most black people values, because once again, most black people, whether you believe it or not, are conservative.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have conservative values. So
that's right.
we're not really big on the LGBTQ. We're not really big on, you know, the only thing that we would be considered big on is abortion. Only because that was pushed on us by, what's her name?
Margaret Sanger.
Sanger.
Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood.
Yeah. So, and they plant all of these Planned Parenthood in the hood so that it can be easier for little black girls to get rid of their babies. But, you know.
I got a stat for you. Did you know that in New York City, 65% of black women abort their babies? Did you know that?
The most unsafe place for an unborn black baby is in their mother's womb.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
It breaks my heart, guys. And as you guys know, I'm a pretty big pro-life activist these days because I myself was adopted at birth. So the whole concept of abortion to me is it's repulsive, and I think it's disgusting. Unfortunately, a lot of this country's been brainwashed, and they call it reproductive freedom.
Yeah.
Another question for you. I don't know if you have an opinion on this. Who do you want to see Donald Trump pick as their VP? Do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, I do. I don't know about Vivek yet.
Okay.
He's questionable. I give him the side eye. I like Tucker.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I like General Flynn.
Oh, wow. That's bold.
I want General Flynn because I feel like he's one of the real, like, white hats, like, one of the real, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's one of the real patriots out there.
Yeah. Someone said Ted Cruz.
Not Lion Ted. I don't know about Lion Ted.
What about, let me see, Carrie Lake?
I love Carrie Lake, but I think she would be more beneficial in, like, Congress or in the Senate or something. Like, I don't know.
What about Tulsi Gabbard? She was a former Democrat, now she's independent. She's a veteran of this country.
Yeah.
I think she could actually expand Trump's base a lot. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about Trump's base being expanded.
That's true. It's already pretty big.
The Democrats are expanding his base.
That's right.
Every single day.
You guys saw the Bronx rally. Let's go.
Like, shout out to the Bronx.
That's
Y'all
right.
know what's up. I'm not worried about him winning, like, based off of numbers. If everything goes the way it's supposed to go, without any fugazi business or any funny business, then Trump wins automatically, like, hands down.
Do you think that the 2020 election was rigged and stolen?
Are you asking me that question, really?
I am, yes. Let's get it on record.
I said I'm not stupid.
I'm not stupid.
I'm not stupid.
So you think it was rigged and stolen?
Yes. Yeah. Like, how the hell I wake up? I go to sleep, Trump the president. I wake up, Biden the damn president. It don't make no sense.
You know, I actually watched in Orlando election night, and when I left the bar at midnight, Trump was up. And then by the time I woke up, like you said, the next morning, Biden was up.
Right. Like, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, it was so many anomalies, and then my thing is, everyone likes to make things so complicated. And you got to be an expert. You got how many degrees you have in political science. It doesn't matter. Okay, some things are just as simple as a crowd. And when you look at 2020 and the rallies, the different rallies, okay, you look at Biden's rallies, right? People want to use the excuse of the pandemic. Now, we had BLM riots, we had BLM marches. Nobody cared about the pandemic then. We had Trump rallies. by the tens of thousands of people. Tens of thousands of people would attend the Trump rallies, and nobody cared about the pandemic then. But when it comes down to Biden's rally, literally, he had to pay staff to show up.
Yeah, that's right. You know, one thing I remember in 2020, guys, when Biden had a rally, it was all corporate sponsored. There was like Jeep in the crowds. Jeep was a sponsor. Trump didn't have that stuff. Trump movement is organic, and
Right.
we are unpaid. We are unpaid. We do this for love of country.
Right.
Love of country.
So, you know, I just feel like it's not that complicated. It's very simple. There were way more people at the Trump rally, which gives you some sort of gauge on the number of support and voters that Trump would have compared to Biden.
That's right.
It doesn't make any sense. And Trump actually increased on his votes, on the number of votes compared to his first presidency.
Yeah, he won about 7 million more.
Yes.
And Obama actually lost votes and still won.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how the hell? I don't get it.
Yeah.
How it doesn't make any sense, and there's no way you can make it make sense.
Yeah, guys, the
There's
one
none.
thing that the Democrats are good at are rigging elections because they're
Yeah.
riggers. I've said it once
Rigger.
and I'll say it
That
again.
with a hard R.
With the hard R. Riggers. Let's see what else we got.
You rigger.
Yeah, you goddamn riggers.
You goddamn riggers.
Oh, that's funny. Someone said, Smith & Wesson said, damn, she's fine and she's conservative.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's because she was raised right.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, another question somebody asked. Why do you think that conservative women tend to be more attractive than liberal women?
When you have a lot of hate and resentment in your
Damn,
heart,
that's a beautiful answer.
that kind of, because when I was a liberal, I was nowhere near as glowy as I am now. Like, I was dull. I had no spark behind my eyes.
Would you say that you were downtrodden?
I was downtrodden. I was the downtrodden, just
I just love that word.
vagabond.
Yeah, I love that word. So you think it has to do with happiness levels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I can tell when I'm dealing with a conservative woman.
Yeah.
Because of just, not even, it has nothing to do with the looks. It's like your energy, your
Yep.
aura. It's like you glow from within, and it's like you just want to be around those types of people because
That's right.
you're gonna have a good time. We have more fun.
So let me give you 2 points. So AI did a study, and it determined that conservative women tend to smile more in photos
Yeah.
than liberal women. Second point, if you ever look at a pro-abortion, pro-choice rally, all the women look obese, crazy, and unhinged.
They look like the women that have no business even worrying about it because who finna impregnate you?
Exactly.
Who
And if you,
finna shoot up your club?
exactly.
Nobody.
And if you look at pro-life women, they're smiling, they're happy, it's full of love. I'm telling you
Yeah.
guys, go on Google right now and look up pro-life rally and look up pro-choice rally. And the difference is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Conservatives have common sense.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And when, like I said, when I was a liberal, everything was confusing because nothing made sense. Nothing added up. And you become angry and resentful, and it shows.
That's right.
It really shows. And
That's right.
And you try to be, you try to stand out by doing certain. I used to wear crazy colored wigs and everything too.
You did.
Yeah.
What
I was
color
out
would you wear?
there. Like purple. I never did blue.
I did blue.
I never did blue.
I did blue.
But I did like purple and like all kind of crazy stuff.
Let me ask you another question. Let's say a man identifies as straight
Uh-huh.
and he sleeps with a trans woman.
He's gay.
Does that make him gay?
You're gay.
Now, what if she had the surgery and she's post-op?
You're still gay.
Because it
Sorry.
comes down to the chromosomes.
Yeah.
That's
You're
right.
still gay. Now, if you were tricked and she didn't tell you ahead of time, or he didn't tell you ahead of time,
Yeah.
then obviously you didn't know.
So I always say that there are some trans women that are passable.
Yeah, there
So
are like
it-
Blair White.
Like Blair White. So,
Yeah, she could use the women's bathroom because
correct.
I wouldn't know
Right.
the difference.
My issue is like when you have these trans women that have beards
Yeah,
and have not
come on.
undergone transition, they're the ones causing
hey,
problems.
Wait, hold on. I don't like what you're saying because I'm a white male.
Oh yeah, you identify as a white male.
Yes.
That's right. Guys, she identifies as a white male because she's a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
That's right. So Richard,
Just disregard all of this chocolateness.
yeah.
I'm a white male.
Yeah, it's just the lighting, guys. Richard Duncan says that we're homophobes. From my understanding, homophobia means that you are scared of.
Yeah.
I don't think we're scared of anybody.
I'm definitely not scared of no damn man with a
Yeah, that word doesn't apply. Sorry.
I'm not scared of none of them.
Sorry, guys. But look, guys, if you have any questions that are urgent you want to ask, you're going to have to drop a super chat in order for us to answer them because there's a lot of trolls here in the super chat. Too many trolls here tonight. Would you ever...
Where's Cloud?
Right next to you, I think. She's on my leash. Yeah, she's right next to me.
Oh, okay.
Would you date a liberal man?
No,
Why not?
they're just not attractive to me. They're too weak, and I'm too aware of what's happening to our country to be with a man that doesn't give a damn.
So you want a real man?
Yeah,
See that guy? She wants a real man.
I don't want for my man to, if I hear a noise in the middle of the night, I don't want him to be like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Because he doesn't believe in pew-pews.
That's right.
And he doesn't believe in standing his ground.
That's right.
And he believes in opening the border so that MS-13 and other, gangs can come in and violate him and his family. I don't want a man like that.
Yeah, guys, she wants a real man. A real man. So if you could talk to Donald Trump right now, what message would you want to give to him?
I would tell him, keep up the good work and stay strong. I would tell him that he has way more support. He knows he has the support of the people for sure. And I would tell him, thank you. I would tell him thank you.
Beautiful.
For all of what he's going through. And like I said in the original video, what they're doing to him, they can and have done it to us.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of black men can relate to Trump right now. When they see what's happening to him in the court system, like the justice system is corrupt. It's broken for sure.
Yep.
And right now in New York, in that same state, they're protecting the criminals more than they are the business owners, and everything is ass backwards. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're able to see it, we're able to witness it, and he's, it's just. I thank you, Trump. If you ever see this, thank you.
Beautifully said. Someone in the comments said you have beautiful teeth.
Thank you.
Have you had braces before?
Yes, I have.
Great teeth.
Yes, I have.
What toothpaste do you use?
I use mineral toothpaste, actually.
Wow,
it's like a
fancy.
Powder mineral toothpaste.
Ah, there you go.
Really good.
Someone says everything about you is beautiful.
Oh,
You got a lot of fans in the chat. So how do we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Nique_Leone. So that's NIQUE_LEONE. Okay?
Awesome. So guys, go follow Nique Leone. She's one of the most powerful up-and-coming voices in the conservative movement today. And as you guys know, we need to wake up the rest of the black women in America who 92% of the time vote for Democrats. And I really do think that Nique Leone is one of the people that can really help us in that battle. Any closing thoughts?
Well, thank you to all of the supporters. Thank you to Adam. Thank you so much for everything that you do and being a true patriot and a real man.
Oh, a real man.
And thank you to all who support. Definitely continue to support your conservative outlets. We need you. And all of you who do support, just know that you mean something. You are a part of something bigger than yourselves. And We all together, collectively, we are helping save this country. We are. We're doing it. So
That's right.
don't give up. Don't feel weary. Just stay vigilant and stay on your post. Keep doing what you're doing and keep supporting and trust in God. I know you ain't there yet, but we gonna get you there.
Yeah. Hey, can somebody block BLM? Can somebody block BLM? He wrote the N-word out. And I want it to be blocked.
Was it the N-word or
Yeah,
rigor?
he wrote it in separate letters.
Oh,
Hey BLM, I know you're watching this. Go fuck yourself. You are a piece of shit, and you no longer deserve to write any comments on this channel. Slow battery. I'm so sorry for your loss. Not really. Go fuck yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, I tell people on my channel that are too trollish to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, I'm sorry for cursing, guys, but it is what it is. All right, awesome. Well, I really appreciate you being here and speaking out and being very vocal. And again, find her on Instagram, Nique Leone. And can I get a God bless Trump?
God bless Trump. I pray for his protection. I pray that for his guidance and that he continues to do what he needs to do to help this country.
That's right.
But we can't put all of our trust in one man. Trump is just one man.
Yeah.
You have to believe that God is the one. We put all of our trust in God, okay? We can't do anything without him. And every knee shall bow and every tongue will confess that he is Lord, okay? So that's all I got to say about that.
Beautifully said. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this unique live stream that we've done. If you guys want to see more of these, let me know in the comments. I'm actually going to delete this live right after it's being taken down. Actually, I'm going to make it private. I'm making it private. And then I'm going to edit it for a cleaner version on my 4K camera. So you guys can rewatch this on the 4K version, which will be live tomorrow. But thank you guys. I appreciate all you being here. And as always, God bless Trump.
God bless Trump.
That's right.
See you.
How do I close this thing? There we go. Yeah.